Okay, so it looks like we'll have a little bit of a disappointing morning. It's very foggy, but this is the area that we're hanging out in. You can see it a lot better now than it was dark. There's a lot of activity. It's a British colony at one time, so they drive on the left side of the road, but aside from that, like I said, this is facing east, and these are factories. This is part of the balcony of the hotel. We're staying at the Cozy Hotel, K-O-Z-I. Don't mistake it for C-O-Z-Y. It's pretty Spartan. No air conditioning. Fortunately, we don't need air conditioning now. It's rather cool out here. It's supposed to be one of the cooler months in July and August, so I'm very fortunate to have that. I brought some long sleeve shirts to keep the mosquitoes away, but it looks like I'll be keeping the cold away. So if the sun does decide to show itself here before 8 o'clock, which time we're going to depart, I'll try to capture it. Otherwise, we'll have to wait for another day. All right, day one in Nairobi, and
day one.
Well, we're gonna have a great day.
Class of '78.
Good to see you.
And we've got Paul as our driver here. He's going to take good care of us.
Well, Paul's been my driver for 14 years.
And our host Kevin with all of his what are these, medallions, medals, trophies,
whatever they give me.
All right. So this one is for killing 2 lions barehandedly. This one was for eating and not getting too sick. And the staff, what's the staff do?
Oh, that's a leaders club.
There you go.
That they present.
All right. So when the kids get out of line, the leader whacks them.
That's right.
And we've got Randall, his wife Karen, and who's in the back, Jean and Kelsey, and Dale's up front. He's our guide today to make sure Paul doesn't get lost. We're just leaving the Cozy Hotel.
They do have some speed bumps in these streets.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Last night we got it late. We got it about midnight last night. And we got in the cab and we're coming along, and I felt okay about everything until he turned down this road and we started going through these ditches and potholes.
Well, there's 2 of them. There's one here, and the worst one is there. And that just happened a couple months ago when they had a huge flood here.
Where you at?
And I looked at Karen and I'm like,
well, when we came back, the tribe, I was adopted into the tribe many years ago. So when Hannah and I got married in China, they said, well, we're very happy for you. You know, you can take a second wife. We have another wife for you. You know, but
Hannah wasn't having any of that, huh?
no. Well, they offered me a wife or 2 when they gave me the land. You'll see where I converted it into an orphanage. And but anyway, but they said, but we really don't think you're married. You have to come and be married in our culture and custom. So Hannah goes, okay, no problem. You know? So I didn't tell her it took us 3.5 hours to walk there. Because we didn't have the road that we have now. And some of you may still say we still don't have a road. Okay, but we can get to the church. And then we'll go to the school, and Paul knows it well. And then we'll have to move the branches for the gate to go for lunch. We're going to be at Brown's house.
so will Hannah make it?
Not this trip.
Oh, she's not gonna.
No, not this trip. But that's okay. There's only 2 vehicles. Last year, one of the trips we had 4 vehicles, so she took 2, I took 2. But it's okay. It's okay.
So do you need heavy equipment to improve that road, or is it worth improving?
Yeah, we're about 1 storm away from losing it again.
Okay.
And then we'll just rebuild it.
And who rebuilds it? With what?
With
there's a heavy equipment operator here that can help us.
Only when it gets so bad that it gets washed out, then the government will send something heavy in.
Okay. But could a non-profit or something,
Yeah.
charitable?
Yes.
Because if you hit some gravel on it,
If we, and you'll see it, you'll see what we didn't have and you'll see what we have.
I think we have enough sipples,
Yeah.
in our class.
That's right.
We should be able to figure out how to build a road.
How to do it, right? And actually, if we get some footage of where the road is now,
Yeah.
and to see what we can do and get some people to say, okay,
Yeah. Okay.
what we can do. There's really nothing that happened here unless I think.
Jim was the first guy. Now, is
There
this
was-
that
Who was the tall guy in the green shirt directly across from you?
Is that Gary?
Gary, there we go.
Gary, and he's here with Allison, his friend, adopted daughter.
Gary-
Gary Stenson.
Stenson.
He was in F1 and then he was in something 3. But Gary,
Something 3, he said.
last time I was in America was with Gary, and that was in March. This past March. So I haven't been back home since March. When I came in, I was working on one boat in the Caribbean, and then in between those boats, he and I would meet for lunch, or we'd go to the tavern. We've just been spend the day together. And the last Sunday, I'll be speaking at the people out of here. But he's got a group called Connect with a Child, and they travel the U.S. sometimes, but they have visa problems now, so I got to help that out. But they'll come. There's like 19 kids and 2 or 3 adults. And they'll travel a couple months. So I get a call from Tom, and we're back in New Mexico, and there's a storm in like Oklahoma down, and they don't have a place to stay. It's pretty lean. Everything goes to food with the kids and schools and all. And so he calls and he says, well, can your church put us up? And we have to get to Phoenix. And I said, well, when are you coming? He says, tomorrow. So you can't do much with the church, on a Monday or Sunday. They don't even answer the phone. So I just said yes. We got you covered. They call you Brad, and he looked at me rather indignantly. And he says, it's good. Brad, because mostly everybody is more black, you see? So he's lighter skin. So, but he went through, him and his family went through a very difficult time last year. This is one son, I got medicine for his son. They cut him open from breastplate all the way down, and so there's medicines that come, but he lived. And he's very, very tall. You'll see him with a big smile. Him and his family, they'll have a new cheese and stuff. But his brother died last March, and we tried to save him. We had to bring him all the way to Caring here for a hospital, and it was tough. And then they can't afford anything, and so they wouldn't release the body. So the ground during lunch today wants to show you his son's grave. Just honor him and point out there's a block of rocks, but Hannah and I had gone up. So he's really fond of Hannah.
So this is the second or third time for visa issues with Hannah. Is it just something because of increased tensions in the world with China, or?
So part of that was that way, but with the Schengen visa of the 27 nations that are all together, they have different rules, and the rules change all the time. First rule was get the first country you come to, you get the visa. then we were told, no, you're spending more time in Greece on this 3.5 months so you got to go to Greece. So then we had to go to Greek embassy in Shanghai, and I'm one of those guys that if we're going to be on 9 different cruises and 3 different rental cars, all that stuff, every day they say, well, we did the whole thing, and it's way too much work for anybody to go through. So they never translated. So they turned it down. So then we got a request to come back a week later, and I had everything, day by day all the way, and it came back in the mail 4 days later saying, we don't believe this, kind of like, we think you're just trying to get out of China and never come back, and so, and that once you do that number 7, that's the kiss of death. So then we decided to add Jumbo, habari gani? Hey, it's super. This is my group. I'm the pastor. We're going to preach at the church. Okay. Hiya. Asante sana. Okay, that was a stop for. But I speak their language, so yeah, it's okay.
What about the other vehicle?
The other vehicle will say, "We're with him. We're with the pastor."
We'll see him tonight, all handcuffed on the side of the road. Hope he enjoyed the day.
Now this is a typical town here. Okay.
What town is this? Do you know?
This is the wild town of. Well, we're coming up to Gong. Like coming back to the airport, John or Paul, they don't even I don't even have to get out of the vehicle anymore at the airport. It's really funny. Great security. Everybody's got to get out to go through the metal detectors. They tell everybody leave your guns and knives in the car because the car goes through and then they pick you up on the other side. So I just sit in the car. They unroll the window. You say, yeah, we got the old Masai, the white Masai here, and they just let me through.
Believe in speed bumps, though.
Yeah. This wouldn't be as bad if I wasn't sitting on the
We use these just around town.
Yeah.
And then, see, this pops up so 6 can stand up here to take pictures all over. The 7th on the top, one of them, one of our vehicles has a hatch that goes this way. So we're gonna put somebody on up there, and then we alternate through. Typically, I'm in the one that doesn't have a hatch because but the young gal that's with us is going to be sitting up front. Did your daughter get some sleep last night? Is she feeling better?
She's in the back.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, you're back there. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And did you meet the other young lady that's in our group? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all connected. Huh?
All right.
So what's the item you got there?
Oh, this is the leaders now.
Oh.
When they made me a junior elder of the tribe, they
Oh, okay. Good.
and the old president was hated by them.
So you've been recording the whole time?
Some of it. When we get to towns, I do.
So I have two of these, two different relatives, and they said, yeah, the president doesn't even have one. But I did see one on the current president because he was at Masai Mara with us last year when we had the festival.
razor in Las Vegas, so if I don't find one, what the hell?
You use mine if you want.
We waited so long for our luggage. Everybody else is already through.
Everybody came through.
Huh?
It did come through.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
But, you know, by the time we checked in,
Well, Allison lost her bag, she said. Or gave her away.
Yeah, and that'll be a bag they give to these old age was like chief fish ammunition. Actually, I gave my sunglasses. We traded.
Now, where do you guys live? Okay.
Yeah, we had another couple from Minnesota that was on the first trip, the Palms, Chuck and Huda.
Are you originally from there?
Minnesota. Originally, and then back again.
Say again?
Originally, you know,
Oh,
and then back there for
Yeah.
quite a while.
I spent my second year in life up there.
Oh, you did?
Football. Yeah, my dad taught me how to ice skate up there. He told me, I don't know, but somehow I never lost it.
Okay.
I didn't ice skate again until I was like 20, but we're trying to get the kids to go up there some summer.
Okay.
Not sure I want to do the winter there.
Yeah, last year was really mild winter.
Yeah, that's what I heard. The Great Lakes didn't freeze.
No.
Yeah.
I golfed 18 holes on the 2nd of February.
No kidding.
Never before.
Wow. I'm surprised the course opened.
Yeah.
You know, they're not used to doing that.
Yeah, it's. I guess global warming, there might be something to it.
You guys fish up there?
I haven't for a long time. I used to quite a bit.
I was talking to Gary this morning. He's quite a fisherman.
Okay.
And, you know, we do a ski trip. We've done a motorcycle trip. We ought to do a couple fishing trips.
Oh, okay.
They did their first one.
Fishing?
Talked to Lehman Hall.
Oh, I missed that.
And a couple of the guys did one down south.
Okay.
And Lehman loves to fish, so just tell Lehman I'm
Yeah, I'll give him a ring. Yeah.
Okay, this is Gong. This is the town where I went. My bank is on the right there, the red brick building. Up front there, you'll see Table 54. That's the best restaurant in town. That's where we typically meet. So we're just going to pull straight on across, park, and pick up people. So we'll probably put 2 in here.
Ya. Ada jadi jajan ada.
Yeah, just pull next to John there.
Nama tulisan.
Yeah.
Di kuali. Oke, naik jana. Ya. Sound. Kamu drop di pare.
There's Ken right there.
Halo. How are you?
Okay, we have 2 vehicles.
Right, man.
So we're just gonna go between the 2.
Karen, hi. How are you? My roomie.
Okay, fine. So we just take what we need.
Dale?
Dale, yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Okay, all
How's
right.
everything?
Fine.
Good,
We have 1 empty seat in here. We have 1 empty seat there.
Yeah.
And then you can you want to stay with Mom? All right. So why don't you guys go in here, and I'll put you in the other one.
Okay, let me just close the. Yeah.
Car's all right there?
Yeah.
The car will be okay there.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay.
So let me just slow.
I'm on my back. Keep it down there. On the way back. That we're once young and now, you know, so. But anyway, you're going to meet people that are 97 years. My father is 97 over here, and his friend is 117. And, you know, but we're pretty much going to be in two Maasai towns today, two different villages. One is more developed, the first one. We're going to be at a women's resource home, and they're going to eat us breakfast. Are you hungry? A little? Okay. All right, good. Well, we'll probably have some. What do you like better, chapati or ugali? Chapati. Me too. I'm a chapati guy. So I'm sure they'll have chapati. Okay. So right there at the corner, I would go left and start walking up the mountain. Chapati is the flat flour bread, packet tortilla. Remember that we. And the ugali is made out of maize and corn. So they were drying a lot of it on big sheets on the side of the road last week. So this town of Gong, which you know the name, I don't know if you've ever been here before. Yeah. But Gong is the last town. And that's why I was telling Kenny, he was like, well, which intersection? I said, there's only one. You know, we're at T's. We're at T's. And, but sometimes if I come, I only had Saturdays off because I was teaching two different schools, Monday through Friday. And then on Sunday I do 3 services. So Saturday was my only day. So I'd leave about 7. We would bring milk and the blood into town over that mountain 4 hours to sell or trade. We really traded, not much money. So it was for rice and potatoes and cabbage. And then we'd go back. And so maybe had a little bit of time to do some banking there. Go to that one restaurant that I pointed out. And then you had to come back because before the animals came out of that.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So you had you had 8 hours of travel. So you'd have maybe 2 hours in between to do everything and grab a samosa, or whatever.
Did you say milk and blood?
Yes. That was the basic substance earlier on. And so that's what the Maasai trade. They trade blood and they trade milk.
Yeah, that's an interesting profession they have, how to bleed the cattle and stuff without depleting them.
That's right. Now, I don't want to scare you, but this road's a lot better than the last road we will be on. This one has a little blacktop on it. But if you notice, we're just steadily climbing because we got to go around. And it's a hazy day, but once we get around, you'll see left where they have now some windmills up there on top. But we used to have to go up that mountain and back down. And a lot of times you see the Kenyan men's and women's teams. They train here.
Oh, yeah.
They train here, and so that's why they're winning all the marathons in the world and everything. And it's basically just eating chapati and githeri and just running. We're so happy, Karibu, that you're with us.
Oh, thank you.
And normally we pick up extra people along the way, and when we're over here and there's no cars, we'll put 8 or 10 more in here, but we're not doing that today. We're done. I told the other church they got thrown in, and Daniel's family was with us last week, and so I told them, I said, just we're okay.
How How did you meet Ken? You were also hiking? Okay. Yeah, you mentioned he had gone over to Mount Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, that's over. On this trip, we're not able to get over that way. Sometimes we'll do a trip to Savo and Amboseli, and I like Mount